Immortalizing legends like Johnny Cash and Loretta Lynn, the Country Music Hall of Fame is a must-see for anyone visiting Music City or locals, too.
And today we are joined by Katie, the Senior Director of Education and Community Engagement. Tell us a little bit about the museum.
Yeah, the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum opened on Music Row in 1967, moved downtown in 2001, and we doubled our footprint in 2014, and so it really is a great landmark. It's one of the largest history museums in the United States. It's a real treasure here in Nashville. We have a lot of exhibitions. There's a limited run exhibition. Patty Loveless and Eric Church just opened, but our mainstay exhibition, Singing Back Home, tells those stories that are deeply rooted in country music from the pre-commercial roots all the way through modern times.
Something truly for everyone, but what's really incredible is your Words and Music program. Yeah. It's for students. It helps them express themselves through songwriting.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Our Words and Music program, it's our flagship educational program. It's been going on since 1979. Over 150,000 students have participated in this program. And not only does it give us sort of an opportunity to work with students on songwriting, one of the great parts of country music, it also allows them to do their own creative storytelling. And so we're working on English language art standards, but also social emotional learning as well.
Passing it on to the next generation.
Yeah.
You've helped more than 150,000 students, that's what you said? Wow.
Just through that program, and our reach is even greater than that because that's not our only educational programming. There are so many offerings.
I was going to say, what else do you offer? Because that's not your only,
Yeah. Inside the museum, you'll also find the Taylor Swift Educational Center, which is home to our award-winning educational programming.
It's your mom's favorite.
It is my mother's favorite, yes.
So glad she came through. In addition to 3 classrooms and an interactive learning lab, a demo lab, there's also special exhibitions where people can interact with the materials that are there.
And that's what I love. I've been fortunate enough, to check out your museum a few times over the years, and there's always something different. And for somebody who might think a museum is a little stuffy or you're just kind of staring at walls, it's so interactive. How big of a part is the interactive piece for you guys?
The interactive piece is really important because we want to make sure everybody's seeing themselves in the story of country music. And look, even if you don't like country music,
right,
I'd say the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum really helps to tell the story of American history. And so it does bring to life all of these great parts, both of Nashville, but of our country.
Exactly. Now, speaking of Nashville and the surrounding area, you have a deal for local students, correct?
Yeah, for local students. So Davidson and adjacent counties, students get in for free, and then their adults that come with them up to 2 or 25% off. We can extend that admission through the Nashville Public Library for our Community Counts Passport program. They can check out a passport, come in and visit us free of charge.
And you guys do weddings, you do special events, you do all the things there.
Yeah, it's a great space. I mean, the museum is beautiful, but the event halls are also equally as beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite exhibition right now?
Right now, I gotta say Eric Church is my favorite.
Okay. Why? That just opened, right?
Yeah, it did just open. You know, it has a little bit of that Taylor Swift component in there. There's a lot of objects that you wouldn't necessarily associate with Eric Church's story that sort of come to life in new and interesting ways. So that's the one I love.
What's one history fact that you uncovered in maybe an exhibition that you're creating that really just wowed you?
Oh, I think that the deep roots of country music is what's really interesting. You know, oftentimes we think about country music and we immediately go to some of the really familiar sounds of Johnny Cash or Willie Nelson. But if you go even further back, country's history in that really pre-commercial early 1900s, that's kind of where I like to geek out.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Oh, I love it. Okay, and what do you think children, obviously we've talked a lot about the kids programs, what do you think children really take away, and what do you hope they take away?
You know, one of the great things that we do is that we have activity packets and activity guides that can really help guide students through the experience. And we hope that they just find some sort of alignment with the country music story and sound so that they can carry that with them into whatever art form they're most interested in.
They are our future.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, to check out their programs, inductees, and events, visit them online